Good afternoon, New Canaan High School. I'm Ian Nicholas here for our very last broadcast of the year. I'd much rather be back in the studio at NCHS alongside my friends and NCTV family for one last time as a junior, sharing the news with you all. But just like the rest of the NC community during these trying times, we've had to adapt and get creative. And I'm very fortunate to still have been doing the Friday announcements from my house over these past few months. Speaking of Fridays, today is a Friday, June 12th, and a day A. It's hard to believe it's the last day of e-learning for the school year, but per usual, we've still got a lot of news to cover you guys on. And here to help me get through it all is a new face at main anchor, sophomore McKenna Usher.
That I will, Ian, and it's great to be here with you and the entire NCHS community for the first time. Congratulations to all of you for making it through exactly 3 months of distance learning and finishing off the year with a bang. I know that a lot of you are excited to be out of school, but before you get your summer started, we have a bittersweet message from our principal, Mr. Egan.
Hi everyone, it's Mr. Egan here. With today being our last day of school this year, I just want to say how sad I am to see you all go for the summer. Seniors especially, but I'm so proud of each and every one of you for getting through this year with such grace and positivity. Truly, you've made the entire community proud. It really is such an honor to be the principal of New Canaan High School, and I'm so proud to be a part of the entire community. A special thank you goes out to the teachers too, who work so hard to make e-learning possible. Truly, they are heroes for all they've done for you guys this year. This year was not at all what we expected, but we're able to make the best of it as a community, and I cannot thank you enough for that. We don't know for sure what the summer holds, but we'll hopefully be returning to school in the fall, and as a student body, we'll be able to see everybody's faces once again. I wish all of our seniors the best of luck for whatever the future may hold. And for the rest of you, have a fantastic summer, and I look forward to seeing you soon. As always, thank you, we love you, and take care of yourselves this summer. Best, Mr. Egan, entire administration, the entire faculty. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Mr. Egan. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we also hope to be back in the halls together this fall. Now for some news. To kick things off, we'll start with the current COVID situation in town. With the recent departure of Health Director Mike Handler, Fire Chief John Hennessy has assumed that role and has some terrific news. To date, over 1,500 New Canaan citizens have been tested for coronavirus, and no one has been tested positive over the past week. Of course, this doesn't mean we're in the clear. Chief Hennessy wants to remind residents the importance of social distancing and to continue wearing masks and to wash your hands often. If there is a second wave, we need to be prepared, so don't let go of these healthy habits.
Some other important news that's also been affecting the world is the Black Lives Matter movement. Last Thursday, a Black Lives Matter peaceful protest took place right here in New Canaan. The march started at Sachs Middle School with over 2,000 people flooding South Ave, shouting their support for the BLM movement and also speaking out against police brutality nationwide against the black community. I was at the march and spoke to one of the protest's main organizers, Senior Ethan Niang. One of the things we talked about was how this march came together, with the help of the police and more. Here's what he had to say. Earlier this week, you decided you were going to start, after the horrible George Floyd incident, to make a Black Lives Matter protest, a peaceful Black Lives Matter protest here in New Canaan. Tell me how this started, how you worked with the parents and the New Canaan police to make this happen.
So it started with my mom. She had the idea for it, and as I thought about it, not only did I want to help her, but I realized that if I didn't do anything, then in months to come, if I said oh, I didn't do anything during that time, like, I would feel bad, and I don't think I'd be able to live with that. So I realized, I was like, we have to put something together. I saw Darien protesting, and I was like, we can't be the only town that's silent. So I made the infographic really quick. My mom talked to some police. She has friends in the police, and she was like, how will we secure the streets? We talked to our minister, and he got members of the clergy to come together. So we have a rabbi coming and other priests. So it just kind of came together quickly. I think a lot of people wanted someone to do something, but they just didn't want to be the one to start it. And, that's not a point, a positive point towards us. It's just a fact that, a lot of people wanted something to be done. So I'm glad that once we started it, people came together around us.
The march ended at the New Canaan police station, where Ethan and his mom, Fatu, were joined by local clergy and Police Chief Leon Krolikowski, and together they addressed the protesters.
We stand with you to exercise your constitutional right to effect change. We stand to protect and serve you all. Thank you.
Other important figures at the march included First Selectman Kevin Moynihan, both police and fire commissioners, as well as State Senators Will Haskell and Alex Kasser. The march was moving and powerful, and it brought many people together in our small town who want to bring about real change to the police system nationwide. To read more about the march, visit the Courant website at nchscourant.com.
Wow, just an incredible day. Change is definitely coming to NCHS in the form of new student coalition leaders. Recently, students voted for who they want this upcoming year, and the winners have been announced. First up, in the class of 2023, your social board president is Kate Warner, the political board president is Nicholas Strowski, and finally, your class president is Addie Cannon. For the class of 2022, the social board president is Abby Gaudreau, the political board president is Delaney Smith, and your class president is Bella Dial. And of course, the class of 2021, we start with the social board president Eleanor Lappin, the political board president Pippa Williams, and finally, no bias here, but my co-reporter Ian Nicholas himself has won class president. Way to go, Ian. And lastly, the executive board. Your new treasurer is Megan Topp, student body vice president is Alex Montano, and if you can believe it, another NCTV has won. Senior producer Alex Kurz is your new student body president. Again, no bias, but awesome job. Congratulations, everyone. Your wins are well deserved, and we cannot wait to see what you have in store for us next year.
Thanks, McKenna. I'm honored to have the support of my wonderful senior classmates, and a big congrats to all of the winners. We can't wait to get started. We should also give a shout out to a few NC students who took home awards for the 2020 New Age Film Festival. Congratulations to NCTV's own senior Fiona Stevens, who won Best Narrative Screenplay for her film, Quarantine Qualms. Her movie was about being stuck in a government-control-led quarantine, where her character Laura battles her own mind as she tries to grapple the division between reality and fiction. Also picking up an award is junior Ethan Jones, who won Best Narrative Cinematography for his film, Photo Groove, which tells the story of the beginning of an unlikely friendship when Justin, played by senior Ben Dooley, has his school day interrupted by Jake, played by Jackson Lamort, who has gotten hold of photos that ruin his rival's reputation and destroy his relationship with his girlfriend. Spicy stuff in an epic film. If you haven't seen their films, you definitely should head over to the Film Fest website at ncps.digication.com. And if receiving trophies isn't enough, how about having your film selected by an Oscar-winning juror? As Fiona said herself, to be recognized by Michael McCusker, who won an Oscar for editing in Ford vs. Ferrari and is an NCHS grad, was very humbling. Now that's pretty awesome, guys. Congratulations to you both.
Well, NCHS just can't seem to lose because the nominations are also in for the 17th Annual High School Halo Awards, and to no one's surprise, New Canaan's theater department received several nominations. Congratulations to the cast and crew of Clue for receiving 6 nominations, including Best Contemporary Play and Best Performance by Cast in an Ensemble Production. Throughout the years, New Canaan has won an impressive 43 Halo Awards. For those who missed seeing Clue in the fall, it's a comedy/murder mystery based on the beloved board game. Someone is killed as the rest of the cast tries to decide who done it. Now, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this year the Halo Awards will be held virtually on June 23rd, June 24th, and June 25th at 7 p.m. Links to the live video will be posted on 7angelstheater.org. Good luck to all the nominees.
Now we know our seniors are chomping at the bit to graduate, and the senior parade is almost here, but there have been some changes to the event. A little surprise has been dropped off to all our seniors, which we'll tell you about in just a bit, but for now, let's focus on the drive itself. Alex Kurz is standing by at the prime location, so let's send it over to her to find out the new details. Alex?
Thank you, Ian, and hello, NCHS. I'm currently standing at the bus entrance of the NCHS parking lot where all of you seniors will be meeting up at 10:35 on Monday morning, if the weather permits, unlike it did yesterday. There will be signs and volunteers located throughout the driveway providing directions and guiding you before the 11 o'clock kickoff of the senior car parade. After traveling down South Ave, Cherry Street, and back up Main Street, you will enter and exit through the Saks parking lot, leaving you in Waveney Park, where NCHS faculty and staff will be there and greeting you, as well as sending all of you seniors off. And that gift that Ian mentioned earlier, the class of 2021 NCL group created car decorating kits for each of you that were dropped off both yesterday and today. So if you haven't gotten yours, keep your eyes open. These bags include a poster, a marker, black and red streamers, as well as a bell. So there really is no reason why you shouldn't be decorating your car and keeping it appropriate. But that is not the only gift that you seniors are getting. As seen behind me, each of you had been made a banner with your name, your senior portrait, and the year you graduated. And they're located all throughout the NCHS and the Saks parking lot, as well as down Farm Road. After the car parade, these banners will be available for each of you to pick up, so also keep your ears open for that. And for those of you who want to celebrate the seniors, but don't have a senior sibling or a car to go in, there is another way to show your support. All seniors are up for adoption. At the link located below this video is a spreadsheet, and you can click on that and adopt a senior of your own. By doing this, you can create a poster, write some really nice things on it, make it colorful, and line up along South Ave or along Waveney or at Saks or the high school and show your support for each senior. Almost all the names are filled up, but there still are some up for adoption, and the goal is to have each of these adopted. If you don't want to make a poster, everyone's participation and support being shown through your physical presence is totally appreciated. And if you want to make a poster but you can't make it to the parade, please do so and leave it hanging up either at Saks or the high school. I really hope to see you all there.
Thanks, Alex. I can't wait to see how creative our seniors get. For those of you who won't be able to make it but would like to watch it, NCTV will be live streaming on our YouTube channel at NCTV 78. And since the parade is right around the corner, let's take a look at another important date to be aware of. With today being the last day of e-learning, we're just about done. You do need to return textbooks along with any library books or technology you may have borrowed from the school, like all of that TV equipment. Here's how it will work. Juniors and those seniors who did not go on the senior experience will go Wednesday the 17th, sophomores will go Thursday the 18th, and freshmen, your turn is Friday the 19th. Regardless of what day you go, the times are the same depending on your last name. If your last name is from A to D, you'll go at 9 a.m., D to G, 10 a.m., H&M 11, N and R 1, and finally S to Z at 2. For each book or school-owned item you return, please attach or insert a slip of paper with your name and the teacher who issued it to you. If you have a laptop, camera, or other device, please place the device, charging cord, and headphones in a Ziploc bag with your name on the front of it. Think this as your last assignment of the year.
While some of you will be returning to school to drop off supplies, there's some teachers who will not be returning to NCHS in the fall. NCHS is unfortunately saying goodbye to 6 beloved staff members to retirement. We start with Josie Davies, who's been our school nurse for 15 years. She's always kind, caring, and compassionate to all. Also, fun fact, her 3 grown children graduated from NCHS. World language teacher David Harvey has taught at NCHS for over 37 years and is a 1971 graduate himself and a longtime resident of New Canaan. From audio-visual director, drama coordinator, and currently a Latin teacher, Mr. Harvey has influenced countless lives for decades. Librarian administrative assistant Sue Jacobson began working at NCHS in 1993 when her youngest child started kindergarten and her oldest child graduated from NCHS in 2003. While Sue's work is often behind the scenes, her meticulous attention to detail touches everyone in our learning community. Susan Lency, my school counselor and one of our great ones here at NCHS, has been kind, generous, and supportive of her students and families from her very first day. Her dedication to her students was so admirable, and her passion for helping others is unmatched. Science teacher Kathy Smith taught at NCHS for 17 years. Teaching was a career change for her as she had worked in the medical field beforehand. She took over the marine science course 15 years ago and expanded the program heavily. And lastly, we can't forget about the wonderful Tim Haig, who has taught science at NCHS for over 22 years and is also the department head. Not only has the astronomy program been blessed with his stewardship, but also physics, environmental science, and earth science. He has certainly made NCHS a better place by his presence, and we'll all miss him. We want to thank all of you for your compassion, concern, and care, and for being extraordinary role models to students over the years. Best of luck in retirement.
It's really sad to see those teachers go. It's also sad to see our senior athletes leave us without a proper spring season. Austin Platt is here to give us the last sports report of the year, so let's see what he's got for us.
Thanks, McKenna. It's an honor to do the last sports report of the year. So, for one last time, I'm Austin Platt, and this is your Rams Sports Report. We must finish off our celebration of spring captains and athletes who should have been competing for the hardware this week. If you've been following along closely, you know we have just 3 sports left: baseball, softball, and golf. I'll begin with the boys on the diamond, who are looking towards senior captains Jack Lasecki, Ryan McAleer, and Frankie Rampin to lead a team that was looking to rebound after a 6-14 campaign last year. The other seniors on the team, there are a lot, hold on, are NCTV's own Alex Meinzer, Cortland Parrott, and Dylan Pescator, as well as Charlie Fitchner, Colby Gardner, Jack Jordan, and Manning Landay. Their female counterparts on the field didn't technically have captains, but there were only 2 seniors, Emma Shulman and Caitlin Fico, who led the team for the past 3 years and would have led a very young squad this spring. Last but not least, we have golf. The boys had 2 captains this season, senior Max Orwitz and junior Sam Ives, and believe it or not, no other seniors on a good team that went 12-3 last year and finished 4th at FCX. But to top that, the team we wanted to shout out finally didn't have any seniors. That's right, girls golf didn't have one single senior, which is pretty remarkable given the fact that they went undefeated last year, winning both FCX and states. The ladies will most likely turn to upcoming seniors Julia Bazada and Sterling Legge to lead the team back to the promised land in 2021. So, with this year officially at its end, we can look forward to next year. This week, the CIAC met discussing possibilities for the fall season, and don't worry, there is some encouraging news. They said that there is a possibility that fall sports can be played even if we are e-learning in August. Also, the fall sports schedules have all been released, with temporary dates in the hopes that everything starts on time. So, if you're a fall athlete, go check out your schedule, but also keep those fingers crossed that you might have a season. And even though the school year is winding down, we are somehow producing content. Episodes 17 and 18 of Beyond the Whistle are out, where we talked all about the current situation in Major League Baseball for episode 17, and for episode 18 we interviewed legendary Mets manager Bobby Valentine. And another very special episode came out on our Twitter, where Dylan challenged Ian to a baseball competition, and let's just say things got interesting. Dylan challenged Ian to see how many at-bats it would take for him to get a hit. So, go check all of those out before you head out for the summer. I'll see you guys, hopefully in person, in August. Ian, back to you at the desk.
Now that school is out and you've got some free time, there's no reason to miss a Dylan-Ian competition. And I love referring to myself in the third person. But if you're looking for something to do that's, actually productive and worth your time, pick up a book. I've got a specific one in mind. Despite all the challenges they have had to overcome this year, the NCHS annual literary magazine, The Spectator, has been published and digitally distributed. You should also check out the link in the description below where you can find it. And a bonus this year, it's free. Hopefully this weekend will be nice and maybe you can read through the magazine by the pool. And aside from all the rain yesterday, we've had some really nice weather. Amelie Lanoff is here to tell us if any of that sun will return this weekend. Amelie?
Well, Ian, I'm happy to report that this weekend is looking to continue our summer weather trend, and boy am I excited for it. What's up, New Canaan High School? I'm Amelie Lanoff, back on weather again, and here to give you this weekend's weather. Despite the horrible weather we got stuck with yesterday, we woke up to the perfect summer morning. The sky is sunny and temps are in the high 60s. Lucky for us, the temperature is going to rise as the day continues, making it to a high in the low 80s. While there will be a few clouds in the sky later today, it definitely shouldn't stop you from heading outside and enjoying the weather because, guys, we are finally out of school. Saturday, our first day without weekend homework, looks to be somewhat cloudy, but not to worry because temps will range from the low 60s to the mid 70s. A great day to either head outside or relax indoors and catch up on those hours of sleep you missed. Saturday's clouds are going to carry over into Sunday with the temperature dropping a bit more. Sunday is going to start in the low 60s and get into the low 70s as the day progresses. Still a good day to head outside and maybe even try the outdoor dining that's now available in town. And let's take a look at Monday for the senior parade. The sun will be shining down on our seniors as they parade through town with a nice high in the low 70s and a low in the high 50s. Overall, it's going to be a really nice day, so for all you non-seniors watching, make sure to head out into town and say goodbye to our seniors on Monday. Looking into next week, the temps are going to range from the low 70s to the high 80s and will be accompanied by some cloudy skies and some rain. Make sure to head out for this weekend to enjoy the weather before the showers come and enjoy our first week of summer vacation. That's all from me, NCHS. I'm Amelie. Have a great summer, and I'll see you in the fall.
Thanks, Amelie. You said it. It would be great to head outside and enjoy some summer weather now that we don't have to worry about schoolwork anymore. And since there's no work to do, we hope that Augie Keller, John Marcella, Yubin Na, Mark Silberg, Marley Smith, and Laura Tedesco have a great birthday this weekend. This has been McKenna Usher.
And I'm Ian Nicholas. Since the school year's over and there's no more news to report next week, this is our last reminder to hit those like and subscribe buttons below on our YouTube channel, NCTV 78. And also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at NCTV 78. Psych! You thought this was the end of a broadcast, but not until we hear our favorite British accent one last time, as well as see the rest of those senior clowns from NCTV, some clowns I've gotten to know very well over the past couple years, and some clowns I'm gonna miss next year during our first broadcast when I don't have your support. Anyway, while they have been doing their senior projects, they were still able to squeeze in some time for one last broadcast. So here they are.
Good afternoon, New Canaan High School. I'm Fiona Stevens, and that's right, welcome to Senior Good News. NCTV has decided to follow in the good steps of Jim Halpert himself and are fearing the wrath of CBS. But with that all aside, we'd like to share our message here at Senior Good News. With the year coming to a close, NCTV has decided with this special edition of the broadcast to honor each and every single one of our seniors at the studio. That being said, let's get into some good news. As we eagerly are awaiting our festivities for the end of the year, faculty here at New Canaan High School have been working tirelessly to make sure we feel extra special. Senior Ben Dooley, who's off to Boston College come the fall, received this wonderful chorus while receiving his award for outstanding contribution to the NCHS band. That might be a great preview for what's to come at next week's car parade. And speaking of that, the junior class of 2021 recently donated a bunch of supplies for us seniors to decorate our cars with. Thanks, guys! Let's take a quick break from our good news and send it on over to Alex Meinzer for his sports predictions for the upcoming baseball season. Alex?
Now, I'm not a sports reporter like Dylan or Ian, but I thought something that would be fun to do would be give some quick predictions about the MLB season that might happen this year, because we're all bored at home, and one fun thing to do over the summer might be to watch some baseball. So I wanted to give some predictions. Some people that are baseball fans might know that the MLB might be looking to have a shortened season this year, 89 games, and I was going to give predictions for all of the sort of local teams that everybody's a fan of in New Canaan, so the Yankees, Mets, and Red Sox. I think the Yankees are coming back with a chip on their shoulder. Definitely upset after hearing about the Astros cheating scandal. I think they're going to come out firing. I think that if there's an 89-game season, the Yankees might win high 60s, maybe 70 games. The Mets will probably be somewhere around 500, a good team, not great. Haven't made many improvements. And the Red Sox will probably win 55 to 60 games. Obviously, they haven't had Mookie Betts for a while. On the Dodgers, they don't have a lot of their players from their 2018 World Series championship team, so they'll be good, but not great. And then the Astros, just to finish things off here, I made a little poster of what I think their record's going to be. I don't know if you can read it, but it says 0-89, because the Astros will not win a single game. Without the trash cans helping them, the Astros will not win a single baseball game this season.
Thanks, Alex. Instead of trying to understand what that meant, I'll just gloss on over and say, sounds great. Moving back into our happy-go-lucky segments, I just found out that apparently I'm adopted. And what I mean by this is that the entire town of New Canaan has been working together to adopt the entire senior class. Now, legally, I don't know what this means. However, I do know that when you see a family waving a sign with your name on it at the car parade, that means that you are one out of 300 plus kids that mean something special to our town.
And now I'd like to take the time to highlight one of our seniors' experience projects. No, I'm not talking about Pablo Vila's fantastic porch photos, we are tired of seeing those, or Isabel Orlando's Pilates classes, or even Lily Harai's amazing mouth-watering Instagram page. I'm talking about Ethan Hughes, who has worked hard to bake banana bread for every single person he is thankful for. Ethan, that banana bread looks absolutely delicious. And finally, a portion of senior good news where I'd like to make magic happen, like priority parking passes or a month's supply of Zumbox, but I was told that I did not have the connections nor the budget to make that happen. So instead, Senior Good News would like to highlight some of our graduating members here at NCTV. To start us off, our graphics guys, Ryan Lytle and Andrew Galwa.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan Lytle and I've been taking TV broadcasting since sophomore year. My main role, along with Andrew Galwa, has been to create the graphics you see on all the broadcasts these past couple years. I just wanted to make this video to thank Mr. Sobolski and everyone in the class. I started graphic design when I was 13 years old, and I think I've come a long way, and that is due to TV broadcasting. We've had so many amazing projects to work on, like the hockey banner I did in sophomore year. And then Andrew and I worked on 2 revamps this year. Mr. Sobolski has given a lot of feedback, and with this graphic design and communications background, it's really helped. And the classmates have just made TV what it is. It's been so much fun. It was a lot of work, but it was definitely rewarding, and I just want to thank everyone who made the class what it is.
What's up, New Canaan High School? I'm Andrew Galwa. I didn't take the time to make a segment like everybody else did, but I'm still a senior in the class. I mostly do graphics with Ryan Lytle, so that's probably why most of you haven't seen me on camera until now. Anyways, I'm at work right now, so I gotta go before my boss comes out of the back and yells at me. But I just wanted to introduce myself to y'all and say how much NCTV has meant to me over my whole high school experience. So thank you to everyone that's been a part of that.
Ah, graphics. Where would we be without graphics? Another member of NCTV you may know, Dylan Pescator, would like to share a few words.
So what really transitioned my TV career was the hockey season. I paid attention a little bit to the hockey team my junior year, but I really engulfed in it until this year. I didn't really find my niche. I know that Ian has a niche in football. Austin's trying to find his, through football or basketball or maybe even hockey next year when he's calling the games. And hockey was just my niche, We start streaming the games this year. It's never been done before. Athletic director Jay Egan says, you can guys, we're going to pay you. You can come film the games. We say, we don't want to just film the games. We go over there. We stream the games at Darien Ice House. And I have so many stories from Darien Ice House. I'm just going to pick out one. So we go there, and their athletic director over there, his name is John. We nicknamed him Johnny Pucks. He's a funny guy. And we just had so many funny stories. Austin, Ian even came along, did some post-game interviews. Cortland was big in there. Cortland, can't even thank that guy enough. He's really made the stream go. He makes NCTV go. Can't even thank that guy enough. I mean, he knows every equipment from XLRs to adapters, and probably knows equipment that isn't even made yet, bird dogs. So hockey was just amazing. I doing play-by-play, and yeah, I liked football play-by-play, but I just felt different doing hockey, and I mean, I couldn't have been luckier. This year, the boys won the FCI championship. I get to call the FCI championship along with the FCI semis, and I was going to call a state game if this virus whole thing didn't happen. But I am just so thankful for Mr. C, Damian Andrew from DAF Media. I mean, they gave me...
Thanks, guys. I'm sure NCTV will miss you too. Well, that about wraps up my portion for today's broadcast. I hope everyone has a fun summer and remembers to fill out one of Mr. Rothman's surveys. I know we'll get one sometime. I'll pass it off to Harvey Duplock for some special news coverage that NCTV has tried to hide. This has been Fiona Stevens. Whew. Never thought that we'd finish.
Thanks Fiona for that good news, and as we all know, NCTV is the #1 source for high school news, and now we wholeheartedly believe in giving you guys nothing but the best and most updated news. But I have to be honest with you, there have been a few times where we purposely let a few stories go unshared, but no more will we hide those stories from you. Hello NCHS, I'm Harvey Duplock, and welcome to NCTV's Cut News. The first story that we hit from you has to do with our old ice cream machine here at NCHS. Well, not here, this is my bedroom. As we all know, this year NCHS made the change from soft serve to individual cups of ice cream, but the reason has been unknown until now. For years, I mean years, it was believed that the New Canaan was using fat-free milk in their ice cream, but alas, that was a lie. Instead, they were using, they were using full-fat milk. Oh God, the travesty. This lack of transparency is just absolutely disgusting, and we here at NCTV apologize. We should have let you know. If you're like me and you loved the soft serve here at the high school and also wondered where those extra inches on your waistline were coming from, well, now you know your answer. This next story is quite staggering, so you actually might want to take a seat for this one. For years, NCTV's finest reporters have been extensively researching this next topic. Now, we thought it was almost certain that all of the teachers actually live here at NCHS, and well, our reporters finally have an answer. It turns out, and once again, we apologize, that no, not all of the teachers live here at the high school. Apparently they have their own homes and lives or something. I don't know. Ridiculous. We know this news is shocking and it might take some time to process it, and you know what? That's completely okay and we're here for you. If it makes you feel any better, no, not all of the teachers live here at NCHS, but we can exclusively report that the entire CTE department does live at the high school. No surprise there. Now, something else that's been thought true for years is that New Canaan High School and Sachs Middle School actually have an interconnected underground tunnel system. And you know what? This has been constantly denied by the faculty here at NCHS, but is that because it's false or because they're hiding something? Well, our amazing reporters here at NCTV were at it again and they found the answer. It turns out that no, NCHS and Sachs don't have an interconnected tunnel system. Instead, every single school in the New Canaan Public School District are interconnected by a tunnel system. It's crazy stuff. Who would have thought? Absolutely amazing. Finally, this last bit of news that went under the radar is, well, it's life-changing. NCHS has made a change to the dress code, so listen up as this one is actually quite serious. No longer will students be permitted to wear the combination of blue and white on school property. If someone is caught with such a scandalous combination, you will be expelled immediately and forced off the campus. Be warned, this new code will not be taken lightly, so make sure you never, ever wear blue and white together. Now that's all the cut news we never shared with you during my time here at NCTV, and no longer will we keep anything a secret from all of you. Now this might have been all the news for the last broadcast of the year, but the show is not over yet. Every week our very own AJ Boyd has reviewed movies or TV shows so we can stay busy during these boring, quarantine times, and today is no different. In fact, AJ called me this morning to say that this was his best review yet. So without further ado, AJ, take it away.
Thanks, Harv, and hello everybody. Here in Quarantine Reviews, we've had a really good run throughout this coronavirus time, doing a total of 5 reviews involving both movies and TV shows, in which most of them have been heavily criticized by me. But I thought to myself, you know, if I'm going to review something, I should probably look in the mirror myself before I do anything else, you know? But I will go into how my performance was. Now, while my energy was high, it almost looked like I was exaggerating throughout the entirety of this segment. I had this problem with main anchor a lot, but it almost had like a comedic effect because I thought it was kind of funny, but maybe you didn't. But anyways, when I was on weather, it just did not look good, and it was very distracting, to be honest. But not as distracting as my tie. Now, this doesn't really have anything to do with my performance. For my performance, I thought I did okay. For the first time, my speech was fine. You know, I talked evenly and clearly. but my tie was so distracting. I don't know why. I couldn't get over it. It was tilted, it was off-centered, it was loose. I'm gonna have to give my performance on this broadcast a 4 out of 10. It was a below-average weatherman. Sorry if this was depressing, but I think that the best way to leave is always on a sad note. And most of my reviews have been depressing, so why not put one more in? Thanks for watching, NCHS. And this has been, for the final time, AJ Boyd. Hope you've enjoyed these reviews. I know I've enjoyed making them.
Thanks, AJ. Now, for all of us seniors, this is our very last broadcast for NCTV, and well, we've had some great times and we've made some even better memories. It has become a yearly tradition for us seniors to look back on our time a part of this family and apologize for a lot of stuff, but also share some great memories that we've had. So we leave you now with a special senior video put together by Luci Savini. This has been Harvey Duplug, and thank you for everything, NCHS. I love you. Hey guys, I'm Harvey Duplug, and as my time here in TV comes to an end, it's time to apologize for some of the things I've done over the last few years. First thing I'd like to apologize for is not knowing how to pronounce any of your names. Literally any of them. They were all extremely difficult for me to pronounce, to the point where if I saw your name in a story, chances were I switched the stories so I didn't have to read it.
Sophomores Jacqueline Ossio Carrasco and Matthew Kim, my apologies. Juniors Pablo Ospina, Miss Ken Atienne Pope, sorry for my pronunciation there, from Food Services.
I'm sorry.
What's up, NCHS? One thing that I'd like to apologize for is, whenever we be having technical difficulties behind the camera and the camera wouldn't cut away when it was supposed to, I'm sorry for making, the whole school feel uncomfortable with my looks and glares.
Let's head over to Alex Meister to see what NCTV is all about.
The festival features original one-act plays written and performed entirely by students.
A lot easier.
What's up, New Canaan High School? I'm Rachel.
But I'll be definitely spending some time outside for these warm temperatures.
Really?
Yes.
Cool. I think that's probably what we'll all be doing, Harv.
That was not intentional, and I'd like to apologize for that.
I'm sorry for being on air the first broadcast of the year and never again.
Thanks, AJ. And what's up, NCHS? I'm Luci Savini for the first time here to give you this weekend's weather.
And for this. And for this.
Dylan Pescator. Dylan?
Thank you guys. Harvey, you'll get him next time. I'll teach you a few things. Thank you, AJ. Our Rams have been hard at work as they look to bring home the hardware in postseason play. So let's jump right into it. I'm Dylan Pescator, and this is your Rams Sports Report.
To all my teachers, I am deeply sorry for constantly being late, being excused from every class, and always planning events in your class. Wait, what am I thinking? I'm not sorry for that.
Another thing that I need to apologize for is not knowing the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
and justice for all. My apologies, I'm British.
Sorry.
Only thing I have to apologize for is this year, STX semifinals, New Canaan versus Ridgefield, and Shane Metler scores an overtime winner, right? And he got the puck passed to by Nick McDanis, sophomore, and I called him Owen Zom.
Shane Metler to the backhand, looks to throw it in front, has Zom, throws it in front, still loose, Metler scores! Shane Metler says, good night, New Canaan!
So, what are you gonna do? Everything else was on purpose, of course. Any mess ups you see are just not mess ups. They're mess ups on your part. I didn't make anything messed up.
I'm sorry for not knowing how to use Photoshop spell check until our second to last broadcast.
We'll return to school Tuesday the 14th for an A-Day. Now, it was mentioned earlier by the College Board that students would have the choice of...
And then another thing I would like to apologize for is only knowing one adjective during the 4 years here in high school.
Have an amazing weekend and the amazing artwork. Some amazing song. That sounds like an amazing cause, and it's always amazing to have you here again. The always amazing Slobs as our amazing sports broadcaster, and they did an amazing job.
Amazing!
I would like to apologize for passing the mic in a lot of the interviews that I conducted while part of NCTV.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Alex Meitzer, here to give you the scoop on the Field Fest event being hosted by the New Canaan Athletic Foundation. I caught up with their student ambassador, Jack Connors, to learn more about it. Jack, what is Field Fest, and why is the Athletic Foundation hosting it?
Well, Field Fest is a concert that's being run by the Athletic Foundation.
I'm sorry for only being on camera once during TV, and that one time I was on camera, I reviewed water. This is the zero water filter. We got it off of Amazon, like right before quarantine started, but great product right there. Wow, alright, that was pretty bad. It tastes a bit processed. I'm sorry for making the majority of the graphics for TMA last minute, and maybe not showing up to most of the Friday 6:45 mornings.
I want to apologize for closing my eyes or looking off to the side or never being center.
Because I haven't been out of the house in over a week. Speaking of important
and normal life by May 20th.
I'm watching the latest episode of Beyond the Whistle. I'll make sure to try and get outside.
And especially, I'm sorry for leaving the event side TV in absolute shambles for next year. Ian, Emily, good luck.
Some fond memories that I have of NCTV is, it's not really the stuff that we did, but the people and the team that we had.
My favorite memory was shooting the baking video 4 times.
Sophomore year, I created a hockey banner that's currently hung up at the Dairy and Ice House, and that's definitely something I'll always cherish because not many high schoolers get to do that, and seeing it go from my computer screen to a 10-foot banner on the wall was an amazing feeling.
Any memory with him or with just the whole crew has always been a great time, just the camaraderie and the laughs. Amazing, amazing stuff. There we go again, saying amazing again. God, I do only know the one adjective.
I'm going to miss freezing to death on top of the press box every single football game.
There are tons of people that I need to thank that make NCTV what it is. You know, without them, it wouldn't be possible. So a big thank you to, of course, Mr. Sobolski, Mr. Zambrano, as well as Tony, the tech guy, who knows more about tech than any of us ever will combined, ever.
Tony, I'm not even gonna try with your last name. Thank you for constantly allowing me to take out equipment. I probably bothered you when I went to visit you for the 5th time of the day.
I want to thank everyone in the class, Ian, Austin, CP, Lucci, Harvey, station managers, Galwa, Lytel, the other seniors, of course, and everyone else in the class.
And of course, thank you, Mr. Spolsky. You let me do basically whatever I want without any questions asked.
I'd like to thank everyone at NCTV for welcoming me. This was my first and last year, so sorry I didn't join sooner.
Then of course I want to thank our janitor, John, who would always, come in and just clean our rooms and be there to make us smile and laugh and talk to us. He knew our names, say hi to us in the hallways. He was just a great guy.
And really just love NCTV, had a great time, and keep the tradition going, keep it strong, and let's get it going. Keep NCTV, make it professional,
And before you go, guys, one last time, I just wanted to say I hope you had an amazing school year. I hope you're going to have an amazing summer and an even more amazing school year next year.